What's up, everyone? You are tuned in to the channel Eps episode 81. EEPMON here, and I'm going to keep this very short because I'm going to be watching Deadpool and Wolverine tonight with my brother. So let's keep it short and simple tonight. Magic the Gathering cards. I never got into this whole MTG phenomenon. You know, growing up, I've heard of them, and I know there are a lot of diehard fans and players in this space. I would probably consider myself an extremely casual player because I don't, it just literally I just found out, or not found out, but my friend introduced it to me yesterday. And what was interesting is that there are different themes. So this is the Neon Destiny, and there are these other collector booster packs. But what I like about the Neon Destiny is that like the art is amazing. Like, let's check that out here. Like, I'll show you the different lands. There's these things called lands, and like look at that. It's so beautiful. Like I didn't know that they had different like themes. Like they're like very Japanese inspired, right? Like this black one's really cool. This is pretty hard. And what's also interesting, this is a really great inspiration for Eepverse because they also based on different elements too. There's like the wood, there's like a green, there's more of a blue, there's more like fire kind of related elements, I guess. And I always thought, stereotypical me, thinking that, oh, well, the Magic the Gathering is all wizards and warriors and mages and, all that kind of thing. But no, it's just they've diversified and opened up to so many different collaborations with different intellectual properties, collaboration with artists, contributing to the card deck. And it's just so amazing. Look at that. Scrap Welder. This is called the Farewell card. Apparently, this is actually a sought-after card. So I got one of those things. But the art is amazing. Like, look at that. So clearly, some great inspiration for what I want to do for Eepverse. Because these are collectible cards, and and what's really crazy is that Post Malone last year. Like, some of these cards fetch a lot of money. Like, Post Malone basically did a call out to the public saying that whoever owns the one of one ring for Lord of the Rings, like that's the Lord of the Rings IP collaboration with MTG, he would pay them $2 million USD for that card because there's only one of that in existence in the entire set. And in fact, someone did have that card and paid $2 million for that. So is that crazy? It's such a cult following, and people have been, some of these cards are worth so much. Like, it's incredible. Like 5 digits, 30,000, 50,000 for just a card. Like, I thought Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, like they all follow this collectible trading card craze. It's nuts. You think that NFTs were crazy, you know what I mean? Like, but anything that has scarcity, anything that has a cult following, has a cultural movement, is bound to have a valuation, which I find it very, very fascinating. Well, I think apparently one of the cards I got, my friend told me that it basically paid for the entire set itself, like $40 each. These things are not cheap. Like the collector boosters are about $40. So one of the cards I got was around the $40 range. So that was kind of interesting. But very good. I don't play it really, right? It's more like, for me, this is more like R&D and research. This is a classic, of course, the design. But like, how let's just look at let's just break this down. Like, the title, basically what you need to do to cast it, for example, and the different battle, defense, attack, all that kind of stuff, information. Like it's a nice template, right? And similar to the cards I did with Quantropy, I would also create a template and all those, frames and graphics. Uh, it's basically similar to this. And what's nice about the booster pack is that it's printed on this very nice, like almost holographic medium, kind of like the E-First hologram. See the E-First hologram? Yeah, see that? Like similarly, right? I can do all that. Actually, I know where to go to make this happen. Um, so as far as production and creating cards is concerned, I can do it. Digital art, graphic design for these cards, I can do it. Now, of course, what's the application? So, of course, I will want to do something with Eepverse in that sort of ecosystem for fun. You know, I don't see this as going to be like a huge Magic the Gathering type thing, but nonetheless, it does give me some great ideas and inspiration, which artists and creators, we always have to, you know, look and see what awesome things are out there in the world that can aid us in our creative endeavors. So yeah, folks. And today, what else did I do today? Oh yeah, this morning, I had a great chat with an artist here in Ottawa. Her name is Leslie Reed. And we just also, like, as artists and art, like she's a photographer, and we just really talked about, you know, of course I saw she personally invited for me to look at her current exhibition, which is at I believe it's the Korean Cultural Center here in Ottawa. Definitely check it out. I'll put the link to her exhibition in my show notes. But really, like, you know, it's interesting that it doesn't matter if you're a digital creator or a photographer or a painter, artist. You know, we had the same conversation. We're saying we have the hardest gigs in the game, folks. And we definitely relate, despite the fact that we are in completely different industries. And she, you know, it's interesting. She raised an interesting point, and I didn't really think about it, because for me it comes natural for me. She told me that she was very amazed how I am able, you know, working on a digital capacity, and am able to translate that into a physical, tangible piece. For example, the public art mural that I did for the Ottawa Art Gallery, which is, like, you know, freaking huge. It's like, it's, you know, where the Suites Hotel is, like the whole facade at the front. Like, she said that the fact that you're able to just take something that's on a screen and translate that, and just been able to already foresee how it could be scaled in that capacity is an incredible feat. Because you know, for those who are not familiar with my world, like, right, I mean, there are things that I take for granted, like taking a digital piece and able to scale it. There's a technical process in order to make that happen. But for me, it's like, because I know the type of tools I need to use. I know the medium that I'm using. So for me, I think spatial, like my spatial ability to really see things through from a 2-dimensional piece to 3-dimensional piece is actually one of my strengths. But to her, it was like, that's like incredible. Like, not many people were able to at least how I understand it, she says, like, you know, you need to have some technical background in order to, really know the tools you're using in order to do that. And I just take it for granted. But so I thought, oh, that's really, really cool. It's really interesting you mentioned that. And I guess that's what makes me who I am. And the fact that I'm able to take code and then reading data, and then creating an artistic expression out of data is just like, it's just another a dimension, another world. And in a similar vein too, for me, I mean, it's like those if you got if you're in Ottawa, do check out her exhibition. But she works like her work is humongous, really really big. Leslie's pieces are really really big, and she captures a lot of photography of the glaciers up north, and it's phenomenal. Like the type of like the scale in which she has to work in is just amazing. I don't know how she does it. I don't know, how she's able to like take the lens and able to like make that and like really able to capture that moment. How to like just getting the right conditions and knowledge about like just the timing. Perhaps there's even timing involved in when to go and document. So again, like it's there's a lot of like how do they we share similar interest in how we do things. Well, yeah, that's part of the growth. Like when you meet people, you get inspired, you see how they do things, and who knows, maybe down the road there could be some cool collaboration. Having me go up north with her at some point and do something really cool that's related to like the beautiful glaciers and all the and just the expedition itself would be phenomenal. That'd be so cool. But anyway, I thought that I'd share that. I mean, and then, there's just lots going on. Lots of great exhibitions happening around the city, which is really cool. But anyway, I thought I'd keep this light. But yeah, it was a day of creativity, a day of Magic the Gathering, looking at cards and getting inspired by the art, and informs the way, perhaps in the future, what I would do with these things. I'm a little bit of a card collector myself. I got Takashi Murakami flowers. If you own an NFT of his piece, then you're eligible to get his physical card. So there you have it, folks. But yeah. So that's it, folks. I want to keep this light. Really cool. Right, Slime? That's right. Okay. Well, have a great afternoon, great evening, great morning, wherever you are in the world. This is the channel EPMON signing off. Keeping it light and simple. And until next time, enjoy, like, and subscribe. Bye-bye.